Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Silo here in Elmvale, Ontario, where tonight the Harvesters return to home ice looking to respond after a tight Game 1 defeat. The Minto 81s currently lead this Round 2 series 1-0 after a narrow 3-2 victory, but Elmvale showed plenty of push in that opener and now get the benefit of their home crowd behind them. With this series still very much within reach, Game 2 feels like an early swing game here tonight. Before we get to what's happening tonight, let's take a look at the playoff bracket as it stands today. Both of these teams, Minto and Elmvale, arrived in round 2 in dominant fashion. Minto swept away the Lucknow Lancers in 4 straight in round 1, while Elmvale was equally impressive, dispatching the Georgian Bay Apple Kings in a 4-game sweep of their own. During the regular season, this matchup between Elmvale and Minto delivered fireworks. Elmvale took 2 of the 3 meetings, a thrilling 6-5 overtime win in Minto back in November, followed by a convincing 5-2 victory right here on home ice at the Silo in late November. Minto, in the new year, in January, came back with a 5-2 win of their own in their most recent meeting, January 11th. Elsewhere in the bracket, Ripley swept away Shelburne and Durham swept away Saugeen Shores in the first round. They match up in round 2 here in the Northern Conference. Ripley won yesterday, so they have grabbed a 1-0 series lead after an 8-5 win yesterday over Durham. Here in this series, Minto leads 1-0, but if Game 1 told us anything, this matchup is razor tight. Speaking of Game 1, let's get back to that. Game 1 was exactly what you'd expect Round 2 playoff hockey to be. Tight, physical, and decided by small moments. Minto came away with a 3-2 win powered by a 2-goal performance by Caleb Warren, including the game winner midway through the third period. Elmvale's offense came exclusively on the power play, with Jacob Kelly and Riley Pitt both capitalizing with the man advantage, a clear sign that the Harvester special teams can be a major factor in this series. In goal, Noah Gow was outstanding, stopping 37 of 40 shots and giving Elmvale every chance to steal Game 1 on the road. The Harvesters pushed hard late, with the goalie pulled in the final minutes, generating pressure and lots of shots, but Minto netminder Reinhardt, he stood tall. He turned aside the late surge and to preserve the win for the Minto 81s. Switching back directly to the Harvesters, who you want to keep an eye on in this series and this afternoon. If Elmo's going to even this series, these names are likely going to be front and center. Up front, Jacob Kelly. He continues to drive the offense, 17 points in just 4 playoff games. He scored in Game 1 on the power play and remains one of Elmvale's most dangerous finishers. Alongside him, Jordan Fuller has been electric this postseason with 19 points in 5 games. He had both a breakaway and a penalty shot in Game 1 that didn't go his way, and history suggests a player producing at his level is unlikely to miss those chances again. On the back end, Riley Pitt has been a force, posting 9 points in 5 playoff games while logging heavy minutes. He scored in Game 1 and continues to be a major presence at both ends of the ice. In goal, Noah Gow appears to have seized the number 1 role this postseason. After a 37 save performance in Game 1, expect him to be busy again tonight against this high-volume Minto attack. Which brings us to the keys for the game. For Minto, the formula is pretty clear. Continue to play your physical brand of hockey, but stay disciplined. Elmvale generated most of their offense on the power play in Game 1, and the 81s can't afford to keep giving that unit opportunities. For Elmvale, the challenge is breaking through at 5-on-5. The Harvesters proved the power play can hurt Minto, but they'll want more even strength production tonight. And perhaps just as important here is use this home crowd. You're at home now. You're at Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Silo. We're just about getting ready to start this game as the Zamboni just exits. We got the Minto 81s in town with the Elmville Harvesters hosting them. Lineups for today for the Elmville Harvesters, we have Devin Shorman is out. We have Steve Lushak, he's out with an upper body injury. We got Devin Edmonds, lower body. And I think that's it in terms of people out for the Harvesters. And the starting lineup there for the Elmville Harvesters today. In goal, we got Noah Featherston Gow. On defense, Riley Pitt, Taylor Murphy. Up front, at center is Derek Sweeney. On left is going to be Jordan Fuller. And on right, Jacob Kelly. Last night, the Minto 81s got the best of the Harvesters with a 3-2 win on home ice. Today, it's first round 2 game in Elmville. Everybody's excited. The crowd is filling out very nicely. What a better way to spend an afternoon. All right, with that, we are just moments away from puck drop. Tonight's referees looks like Joe Park, Jason Ford. Joe is a veteran of the OHA. Hoppy and Newhouse on the lines. Starting up front, game one hero for the 81s. Number 81, captain Caleb Warren. Verbeek up front as well. And Nickel. Alexander on the point. With Clayton. Derek Sweeney in to take the draw for the Elmville Harvesters. And we're underway here. March 1st, Jacob Kelly picks it up. He'll chop it out to the 81 zone where they'll pick it up. Clayton on the boards. He gives it away to Pitt at the line. His shot is blocked and deflected into the corner where Warren and Kelly battle for it. Pitt able to keep it in again. Shot right on. That's a good save. Back to Murphy. Shot tip. Rebound. It stays out. Scramble in front. The Harvesters had the first good chance to score. Pitt again able to keep it in. Sweeney cross to Murphy. Murphy fans on it. Kelly back on it in the Minto zone. Nickel eventually gets it to Clayton, who will stop up behind his net. Palamaki, Kepfer, and King on for the Harvesters. Butchart picks it up, brings it over. Reinhardt, backhand shot on Gow. He makes the save, covers up for a face-off. Derek Robertson on for his first shift along with David Pierce on defense. He'll rim it around to Kipfer, who will get it out into the center ice area. Willis back on it, off the glass and out. Kipfer will recover it. And the Harvesters will ice it down. Owen King remains on. He's going to take the face-off against Butchart. King wins the face-off. Jeremy Robertson rims it around to Palamaki. He'll give it back to Pierce. Pierce in behind his net. Comes out. His pass doesn't connect with Kipfer, and it's icing again. Face-off back in the Harvester zone. Face-off won again by King. Elmville again rim it around, but it doesn't get out. This time chopped state. Kept in. Hurley able to keep it, get it to. Oh, I guess we had some video problems there. Hopefully those are fixed. We have Pitt with the puck coming up over the blue line into Minto zone. He'll center it in front where Minto will pick it up and back it, hand it all the way down. A race for it, no icing as 23 wins that race down into the Harvester's end. Jacob Kelly's able to pick it out of the pile, and he'll get it to Fuller. Fuller over the line. He'll drop it to Pitt. Pitt shoots. That's deflected up high and out of play. Hackett on, take the face off for the Harvesters. He wins it cleanly. Cochran back to Murphy. Murphy's shot is blocked. Pope able to pick it up in behind the net. He'll rip back down to Cochran and Trench scores! Cochran to Hackett, and we have ourselves a 1-0 hockey game. Goalie not too happy here. Reinhardt not too pleased. Regardless, we have Hackett scoring the opening goal here for the Elmville Harvesters. It's 1-0, 17-17 left to go in the first period. Cochran down behind the goal line, found an unmarked Hackett in front of the net, and he's able to chip it up and over Reinhardt, give the Harvesters a 1-0 lead. Looks like the Minto 81s will go to the penalty kill as well. So the Elmville Harvesters power play gets a chance to give them a 2-goal lead. It's Pierce bringing it up the right side, in over the line, down behind the goal. He's cross-checked and loses handle of the puck, shot out to the line and out. Pierce to Fuller, Fuller around. He's in, shoots. Reinhardt able to make the save and no rebound, covers it for a face-off. Penalty was the goalie Reinhardt for roughing after the goal. And Willis able to pick up the puck behind his net, and he'll race it out over the Harvesters blue line. He'll shoot right on. Gow holds on for a face-off to the left of the Harvesters netminder. Face-off won by the Harvesters. Pitt will recover, take it in behind his own net. Over to this side, Sweeney. Sweeney through the middle. He doesn't connect with Kipfer, and that's going to be icing. Harvesters out of sync a little bit here, but they do have the 1-0 lead here early in the first period. Butchert on for the 81s. He's taking the face-off against Sweeney. A little bit of clock maintenance here. Trying to get the penalty up on the screen so everybody knows what's going on. Yesterday, Noah Gow had a great game. He stopped 37 of 40 shots that the 81s were able to get to him. Now we're back at it here. Sweeney in. He wins the face-off back into the corner. And it's Pitt. He's going to bring it out over the red line, get to the blue line, shoves it into the middle. Kipfer shoots. Reinhardt makes another nice save there and swallows up the rebound with a few Harvesters lurking. $16-10 left to go in the first period. Young on with Fuller and Kelly. Pitt and Pierce on the defense. That just makes it out over the blue line. Pitt brings it in offside. Face off. Pitt's able to grab it and he'll swing it to the other side to Pierce. Pierce over to Kelly. He'll drop it to Pitt. Pitt tries to get into the middle. He comes in offside and the 81s are able to ice it down. Where Kelly will pick it up in his own end. Kelly around the net and into the neutral zone. Weaves his way into the zone. Dumps it into the far corner where Young's able to pick it up. Harvesters now control it in the Minto zone. Kelly, Young playing catch on the right side. Back in front. Fuller can't get that. Back to Pierce. Pierce tries to go rink wide real quick. It bounces funny off the boards. Kelly's not able to control it, but it's back out in front. Oh, big save. Fuller out from behind the net. Tried to stuff in the backhand. Reinhardt able to get his pad down there and covers up the rebound quickly. Another good save by Reinhardt. Owen King now on for the Harvesters. He'll chip it forward as the penalty ends. Shot from the point. That's steered to the corner by Reinhardt. Palamaki battling and Maine's able to get it. He'll shove it in behind the net. Willis back to pick it up. He'll go to the other side where Torrey will pick it up and he'll bounce it off the boards and it's Derek Robertson able to stop that rush at the red line and he'll dump it in. Reinhardt will ring it around out of the zone where Owen King will pick it up and give it back to Derek Robertson. Captain Derek Robertson, who hasn't been playing much lately, but he's back in the lineup now, and we're happy to have him. Icing by the Harvesters brings the faceoff back to the right of Gow. Owen King, who's been pretty good in the circle so far today, 3 for 3, I believe. Called on to win that one. He doesn't. It's won by Warren back to the point. Gow's able to stop that shot. And Elmville will chip it out down to the 81 zone. Nickel. He picks it up in his own zone. Over here to Clayton. Clayton through the neutral zone to the red line. Warren tries to pass it back over to Clayton, able to keep it in at the blue line. Jeremy Robertson. Sorry, that was Jared Robertson. Swings it. Pope, cross, crease. Pitt, able to pick it up at the blue line. His shot is blocked by Clayton, and now it's a 3-on-2 going the other way. Nickel, Clayton, and Warren. That puck is deflected up and out of play behind Gow. So we'll have another face-off in the Harvester zone. Hackett back on the ice. Hackett scored the opening goal, 17-17 of this first period. Cochran and Pope flanking Hackett. Face-off won by Hackett into the corner. Jared Robertson's able to rim it around to Cochran. He'll chip it out just out of the reach of Hackett. Hackett gets on it. He'll chip it in. Willis will recover. Minto in behind their own net. Over here to Herford. Herford over the red line. One hands it into the zone. Jared's able to backhand it out. And Minto will put it back into the Harvester zone. That pass goes off of the skate of Fuller in behind the net, and Pitt will recover it. They'll try to get it to the middle, but that's broken up by Herford. Herford down low. Tries to wrap around Gow. Makes that Dave to the line, but not out. Minto again recovers it into the neutral zone and will chip it back into the Harvester zone. Hackett over to Sweeney. Sweeney, quick one to Jordan Fuller, who chips it in. He'll pick it up behind the net. Kelly in behind the net with it. That's stolen. and sent out where Taylor Murphy will chase it down in behind his own net. He'll get it, bring it up to Sweeney, who chips it to Fuller. Fuller across the shoot from just outside the blue line. Reinhardt able to glove that one, hold on for a face-off. Harvesters lead 7-6 in shots right now. Owen King on to take the face-off. Murphy able to keep it in. He chips it down. Kipfer. Kipfer will rim it in behind the net. Isaac and King go battling for it in the corner. Kipfer hits his man hard. Minto's able to dump it in to the Harvester zone where Pierce will grab it. He'll reverse it to Palamaki, who reverses it to Murphy. Murphy over to this side. Pierce cross ice. Kipfer slap shot deflected wide. Pierce tries to keep it in. It deflects off a Minto player out to center ice. Derek Robertson brings it in over the blue line. He'll send it on. It'll be knifed away by Reinhardt. Pierce able to keep it back in. Kipfer on his man. And the 81's Verbeek gets behind Palamaki. He's in. He backhand. Stopped by Gow. Verbeek able to get around Palamaki, who was filling in on defense. Went to the backhand. Gow able to stand his ground and covers up for a face-off in the Harvester zone. 11:30 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Harvesters on a goal by Hackett, set up by Cochran. 81s win the face-off, and they'll rim it around the net where Kelly will pick it up, and he'll rim it all the way around to Maine on the other side. He backhands it into center ice, but Minto takes over. Nickel in over the blue line. Into the corner. He'll chip it to Warren. He'll get it back to Alexander, who take a shot. Deflected wide by Maine. They'll go wink wide. Kelly chips it down into the corner. Young will pick it up in his own zone. Tries to get it to Maine. And that'll be dumped down into the Minto zone where they'll recover and bring it out. Alexander tries to chip it off the end boards in front of the net. It does work, but Elmville's able to recover, and Pitt will get it in behind his own net. Elmville ices it again. So the face-off will come all the way back into Harvest territory to the right of Gal. Young on to take the face-off for the Harvesters. He'll win it directly to Pitt. He'll get it over to Maine. He'll chip it out just out of the reach of Young, and the 81s will take over. It's chipped in by Bouchard, and then 18 takes a shot into the belly of Gow, who holds on for another face-off, this time to the who is left. Hackett, Pope, Cochran on the ice. Jared Robertson, David Pierce on the point. 10:22 to go here in the first period. Minto leads the series 1-0 after they had a 3-2 win last night at home. But the Harvesters struck early here in the first period on a tap-in backdoor by Hackett. And the Harvesters go in offside, so we'll have another whistle. Lots of whistles here in the first period. '81s will control it off the face-off, and it's Bouchard. He'll chip it out into the middle, taken over by Jared Robertson. That'll get into the bench for another face-off. '81's captain, Warren, on to take their face-off. He leads the team in playoff scoring with 10 points, including 2 goals yesterday. including the game winner midway through the third period. Offside at the Harvesters' blue line. Sorry, that was a penalty to the Harvesters. That's Jacob Kelly going off for tripping, but it was icing as well. The face-off outside of the 81 zone. Sweeney, Fuller on to start this penalty kill for the Harvesters. Jeremy Robertson, Riley Pitt on the back end. Sweeney's able to chip it down into the 81 zone. Forecheck. He creates the turnover. Fuller get it back to his own net. Herford chasing down Pitt, who will slap it all the way down to the 81 zone. He'll settle it down. Go up to Herford, up over the blue line. He'll cut it back, quickly back to the blue line. 21 Nickel with the puck. He'll shoot it down in below the goal line. Oh, Fuller blows a tire there. Keeping it on the outside. 81s. Moving it around, looking to try to get it to the net. That shot's blocked. It backhand in front. Cross. Alexander shoots, he scores! Power play goal for Alexander. Off a block shot that went to the defense, and they went D to D. He found his way through. We have a 1-1 hockey game here. 8:57 left to go in the first period. Alexander's fourth goal of the playoffs ties this score halfway through the first period. Minto able to bring it down into the Harvester zone. They'll get it down low. He shoots, he scores again. Liam Hurley on a nice give and go gives the Minto 81s a 2-1 lead here. Just a minute 20 apart. Two quick goals by the 81s, and they have the 2-1 lead here in game 2 of round 2 here in the Northern Conference. Derek Robertson sets it up behind his own net. He'll bring it out slowly, look up through the middle. Cochran tries to chip it in. It doesn't connect, but Hackett's able to sneak through, and that's going to be a penalty. Two minutes for tripping there, as Hackett tried to sidestep his check. So the Harvesters will go to the power play here. Clayton off for tripping at 8:17, the first period. Young on here. Scrambled face off there. And the 81s are able to find it and send it the length of the ice. Gals has to get out and play it. He'll play it around the net to Pitt. Pitt to Young. Young, who's bringing it in over the blue line. Got it in the middle of the ice. That's behind Fuller, and they can't recover. Oh, Pitt able to turn it off. He shoots. Glove save by Reinhardt. Looked like it might be a breakaway for the 81s, but Pitt's able to stop that brush and get a good chance to score on the power play. 1:33 remains on the power play. Minto leads 2-1. They win the face-off shot, blockered away by Reinhardt. Funny bounce off the stanchion, right to the Minto 81's defenseman, who will be able to ice it down. Pitt picks it up in his own net, and he gets going up the ice quickly. Over the blue line, chips it out into the middle. Young, that shot's blocked. Kelly picks it up, down into the corner. Kelly at the hash marks. Down to Young. Back to Kelly. Fuller sets up in front of the net. Kelly to Pitt. Pitt to Kelly. as they try to figure out a way to get inside here. Kelly, cross to the top of the circle, over to Pitt. Pitt, the blue line, back to Kelly. He'll come up to the blue line, over to the other side. Gets to the other side. He shoots it in. It's stopped. Fuller's backhander is stopped by Reinhardt. It gets off to the side. Pierce pushing with his check at the blue line. As Palamaki picks it up in his own zone, he'll get it to Young. Young across the red line will chip it in over to Palamaki. Palamaki's able to get her in and rim it around to Murphy. Murphy, the back hands it down to Young in the corner. Young brings it out up to Murph. Young again tries to get it through. That's pass is blocked. Murphy misses Derek Robertson on the side wall there. And the 81s are able to get it out, and that is the end of the penalty. Rink wide by Derek Robertson over to Sweeney, trying to get in there. He one-hands it towards the net. Palamaki chips it up. Warren picks it up beside his net, and he's out. Gives it to 23 up over the blue line. In down behind the net. Derek Robertson runs at him. He's able to sidestep it. And Fuller's able to, Sweeney's able to push it out into center ice. Alexander fires it in wide of the net. Robertson over there. Clayton. Shot out by Robertson. Alexander will get it at the red line and he'll fire it back in. Stopped in behind the net. Will come over this side to Maine. Maine will pick it up at the blue line. He'll get it into the skates of Sweeney. Narrowly avoids a big check. And he'll get chipped out down to the 81 zone. Clayton in behind his own net. Butcher across the blue line. He loses the handle and chips it over to the left side where 72 will slam it off the end boards. Back out in front where Gow will cover it for another faceoff. 4:56 remains here. 2-1, Minto leads. Faceoff controlled by the Harvesters. It's Pope along the left side. He chips it over to Cochran. Goes off his skate. Corey picks it up in his own zone and he's able to get it out. Herford takes it from Butchard. Across the blue line. Back door. 44 Willis unable to get the shot away. Harvester's able to chip it out. And passes. Hackett picks it up. Hackett, Pope, and Cochran up front for the Harvesters. Face-off controlled by the 81s. Cochran will ice the puck down, relieve the pressure, but a face-off will come all the way back into the Harvester zone. Looks like Franson has arrived. So a little more help on the back end for the Harvesters now. 4:20 to go here in the first period. Minto leads 2-1 on goals by Alexander and Clayton. Hackett had scored early in the game to make it 1-0 Harvesters. But a couple quick goals by the Harvesters. By the 81s have given them the 2-1 lead. Puck's kept in by the Harvesters at the blue line. It's Hackett over to Cochran. Shot stopped by Reinhardt. Pope wiping at it. Reinhardt makes a nice save, covers up the rebound, holds on for a faceoff.
Kelly on to take the face off. Minto controls. Nickel over on the far side. Will bring it back into his zone. Avoid Fuller's check. And bring it out over the Harvester's zone. It looked like Fuller might have been tripped up there, but no call. Harvesters bring it out. Branson on for his first shift of the day. Shot, blockered away. Another shot, hit the side of net. Oh, and it goes through the crease. Can't find the back of the net, but it did get through the crease. Shot from the point. Offside. Got at the side of the net there. Young pokes at it. It gets in behind Reinhardt. Squeaks its way through the goal crease. Out the other side. As the Harvesters have their first good chance, real good chance in a while. Hang on to take the face off. Minto will control. Palamaki stops that breakout pass by McIsaac. He'll battle. Chipped along the boards. Kept in by King. King softly lifts it to the net. Reinhardt will glove it and hold on for another face-off. King, Palamaki, and Kepfer up front for the Harvesters. Pearson, Franson on the back end. Clayton able to chip it out. It's get her down to 18. Tries to sidestep Pierce, who rims it around to Franson. Franson chips it up along the wall to Kipfer. Kipfer over the red line. Gets into the shot over the net. Minto. McIsaac. Minto looking for a penalty. Nothing coming there either. Derek Robertson in his own zone. He goes rink wide over to Kepfer. In across the blue line into the slot shot. That's blocked. A good block by Willis in front of his net as Derek Robertson able to set up a good chance for the Harvesters. King over the blue line again. He stops up, it's dropped, slides into the boards, and the 81s will take over. Margot across the blue line. He'll shoot. That's deflected up and over the net. Sweeney picks off the pass by the Minto 81s. Early back in, on it. Wide angle shot, gloved by Gal. Holds on for another face-off. 1:39 remains here in the first period. Minto leads 2-1. Shots right now, 12 for Minto, 11 for the Harvesters. Face-off to the right of Gal. Won by the Harvesters. Pitt will go rink wide to Pope. Pope. Backhand chip down into the 81 zone. Sweeney into the slot. Oh, there should. Young. Oh, I don't know. What a great save by Reinhardt. Young picked up that deflected shot off to the side. Reinhardt's able to scorpion his pad up to make that save. Keep this a 2-1 game. A real good chance for Young there to tie this game. Instead, Minto has it down in Harvester's territory. Pope on the sidewall, can't control it. Warren will pick it up, get it back to Alexander. Alexander at the point. He evades Pope, gets it down. Back out in front, Nickel. Fans on that shot. Gal able to hold on to the puck for a face-off. 48.7 seconds left to go here in the first period. Ryan Young, real good chance. Tried to outweight Reinhardt, couldn't evade the pad. Remains 2-1 for the 81s. Young kicks it to the sideboard. Fuller along the boards. He's knocked off the puck, and McIsaac will take over. Backhands it. That's broken up by Fuller again. This time it's Young. Young goes rink wide. Kelly over the blue line. He goes rink wide. Branson tries to knock it down, gets it back in front, deflected. Jeremy Robertson, that can't get through. Oh. Verbeek's able to knock the pass down. Branson and Warren having words as the penalty as the period comes to a close. Minto comes into Elmville, is able to win that first period 2-1. Elmville started to generate a few chances there late in the period, but to no avail. All right, everybody, we are back getting ready for the second period. First period scoring summary. We had Ryan Hackett scoring at 17-17 of the first on a nice feed from Cam Cochran. Gave the Elmville Harvesters a 1-0 lead. But at 8:57, Jordan Alexander on the power play scored. Assists went to number 8, Blair Butchart, and Ted Nickel, number 21. And then just 20 seconds later, Brendan Clayton, he scored on a nice give and go from number 72, Eric Margot. So that's where we stand, 2-1, 81s after one. We're getting ready for second period action. Shots in the first, 14 for Minto, 12 for Elmville. And we're underway. 81s are able to dump it in where Verbeek will go after it. He'll check Murphy. Young will pick it up. Get it to Kelly. Back to Young. Warren on the back check's able to knock him off the puck. It'll end up at center ice where Alexander will grab it backhander. Warren almost got by Fuller, but he made a nice stick check to stop that rush. Verbeek twists, swings the backhand in behind the net. Pitt, pick it up. That's tipped by Kelly. Young races Clayton for it. Clayton's able to pick it up. He'll get it to Nickel. Oh, he gave away to Kelly. Shot right on. Reinhardt makes a nice save there on a turnover. Able to cover up the rebound, but no second chance opportunities. Reinhardt solid in net today. Not given much in the way of second chance opportunities to the Harvesters. Minto. Throw it down. That'll get through Franson's legs back into the zone. Shot wide. That'll rim around all the way back to the 81's zone. Minto up here for Herford. Herford checked by Robertson to Sweeney. Sweeney's shot. That's stopped. Glove down by Reinhardt. Ends up on the sidewall. Jeremy Robertson able to put it back in, but then it'll get chipped out. Franson picks it up. Zone. He'll meander away. Robertson in behind Pierce. Pierce will pick it up over to Kipfer. Kipfer's wrist shot stopped. Held on by Reinhardt. Another face-off in the 81 zone. 18:21 remains here in the second period. Minto leads 2-1. Last night, Minto opened the series with a 3-2 win at home. Elmville looking to even the series on their home ice. Minto out quickly. 23 shot. That's hits his own man in front of the net. And Pitt will recover in behind his own net. Slides it over. It's Kipfer. Oh, he's met. Big hit there. Just inside the blue line. Looked like Kipfer might have a chance to get around. But a real nice defensive play by the 81s. Kipfer in his skates. He can't handle it. Robertson chips it out. 81s put it back into the Harvester zone. They'll make a change as Pitt brings it out, gives it over to Derek Robertson, he's hit hard by Yardy over on the sidewall. Owen Torrey in, shoots. That's stopped by Gal. Well, 2-on-1 from the top of the circle, and Owen Torrey unable to beat Gal. Swallows up the rebound as well. Hackett wins the faceoff back. Jared Robertson able to rim it around. It's Hackett. Gets it off the wall from Cochran. Over to Pope. over the blue line. In, chips it down. Jared Robertson's shot from the point is blockered away. Pope tries to shoot that. It goes wide. Pope on it, deep in the Minto zone. Jared Robertson all the way down to Hackett at the far blue line. He'll chip it in. Alexander will pick it. Backhand pass to Yardy brings it to the red line. He'll chip it in the Harvesters' territory. Jared Robertson into the skates of Cochran. Back to Jared Robertson. Back to Cochran. Cochran on the wall. He'll give it over to Franson. Franson with a little bit of room. He'll get inside the blue line. He'll take the shot. That does blocked. Willis blocks that shot. And Minto will pick it up in the neutral zone. Jared Robertson takes his man hard just inside the blue line. Warren able to pick it up in the corner. He'll bring it around the net. Into center ice. He loses it to Fuller. Fuller over to Kelly. Kelly will race in down the right-hand side. He'll back into Fuller, who gets it in the corner, back to Kelly. Kelly tries to give it back to Fuller. He'll have to reach for it in behind the net. He sneaks it back to Kelly. Up to the point. Murphy can handle it. Out of the net comes Gow. He shoots it into the defender, but it gets by him. Potential chance there for 81's thwarted by Gow as they come in again. That shot out through the crease. Too high for anything to happen. Gow picks it off the end boards, covers it for a face-off. Face-off to the left of Gow. 15-16 left to go here in the second period. Pierce up front now. Since Franson's came back, he's moved up front. Minto chips it in Downville's territory. They're on it hard with the forecheck. Able to get back to the point. Alexander slap shot. That deflects wide into the corner. Pitt takes his main. And Sweeney's able to chip it out into the neutral zone. Minto's back on it into the Harvester zone. Pitt in the corner. Herford picks that up off the wall. It's in front. Oh, deflected. A looming puck there. Derek Robertson didn't know where it was. He finds it and gets it out. Alexander able to pick it up in his own zone. 23 hits the linesman. Goes offside at the Harvesters' blue line. Hepfer on in the middle with Maine on left, Jacob Kelly on right as they're trying new line combinations. Pitt gathers it in his own zone, chipped out by Kelly to center. Kelly over the line. Oh, and there's a penalty as a stick comes up high on Kelly. Be high sticking there for the Minto defenseman. Looks like Willis. Now that was Torrey. Took that penalty. Regardless, Elmville goes to the power play. They had 2 power play goals yesterday. Both their goals were on power play. Young on to take the face-off. That's one to the sideboards. Hammered. But Kelly's able to stop that puck. Reinhardt, tries to backhand it around. It deflects out in front of the net where he scoops it up. Holds on for a whistle. Face-off scrambled again. Kelly's able to recover it. He's at the blue line. Gets it down to Fuller. Fuller into the corner to Young. Back out to the line where Kelly's able to keep it in. and get it to Pierce. Hard pass into the middle. Kelly, Pierce. Hit on the other far side. Can't shoot. Kelly back. One-time shot. Gloved by Reinhardt. Held on by Reinhardt. A nice save there on a one-time shot by Riley Pitt. 1:26 left in the penalty to Riley Torrey. To high stick Jacob Kelly. Young on to take the face off again. Scramble. Alexander will recover. He'll find a lane and send her the length of the ice. Minto. Margot on the forecheck. Pitt will poke it across to the other side, and it'll get poked back to Pitt. Pitt around the net. Up to Fuller. Fuller up across center and into the Minto zone. He'll chip it in behind the net. Alexander will cover on the backhand. Throw it up to the blue line where Pitt's able to keep it in. Pierce at the half wall. Fuller got the puck low, tried to stuff it in. Reinhardt equal to the task there. In behind the net. Young on backhand pass out to the blue line. Riley Pitt evades his strict shot. Stopped by Reinhardt. Pad save there. It deflects over to Pierce on the wall. Wall. Kelly. Backhand pass up to Pitt at the blue line. Pitt looking. Tries to go rink wide. It's backhand. Fuller's shot is blocked by Alexander. Pulls it out of the pile. Tries to get it. And that's intercepted. And Alexander will grab the puck. Dump it down into Harvester zone. Just 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Young picks it up behind his own net. He goes all the way down to the other end. Kipfer will grab it from Palamaki. That's turned over. Willis will come this way. Branson battles his guy in the corner. That shot hits the side of the net. Will carry him to Kipfer, who will chip it out into center ice. Clayton. He'll pick it up. And the Minto 81s will get it into the Harvester zone. It'll be chipped back out. Clayton picks it up. Brings it back into his own zone. He'll go over to Willis. Willis' pass is deflected. It goes back to Clayton, who has some room. Up across the red line. And takes a shot from the blue line that's blockered away by Gow. Hepfer. Pass, and Sweeney grabs it off the glove. He tries to go inside out on Willis. Nothing happening there. Gets up into the corner. Branson at the point. Shot. That's knifed to the side by Reinhardt. Shot up the wall. Minto able to poke it out into Harvesters where Murphy will recover. Get it to Franson. He'll go up through the middle. Harvesters at the blue line. They got 3. Shot. That's stopped by Reinhardt. And again, past the 4 checkers. And so we have Nickel across the blue line. He comes in right up on top of the goalie. It's still Roots. Gow has no idea where it is. He shoots. He scores. Nickel went in hard. McIsaac, the beneficiary of Gow, who didn't know where the puck was, got lost in front of the net. (3-1) now for the 81s. 10:24 left to go here in the second period. Warren on it deep in Harvester's zone. He reverses it down to Verbeek. He pokes it out, and it's Cam Cochran bringing it up over the blue line. He'll stop up. He'll get it in front of the net. He shoots. He scores. Nope. Pope poked it in, but the net came off. Washed out right away. Cochran got it in front. Riley was unable to handle the rebound. Poked in by Hope, able to poke it in, but the net came off before the puck went in. So the faceoff will be inside. 10:01 left to go here in the second period. Almost exactly halfway through this game. Looks like the officials are going to talk about it. Make sure they're all on the same page. Oh, it looks like it's going to be maybe a delay of game penalty here for the Reinhardt. Yeah, that looks like what's happening. Reinhardt's going to get his second penalty of the game for knocking the net off. Still no goal for the Harvesters. So they'll go back to the power play, down 2, with an opportunity to get back within 1. Young, Kelly, Fuller up front. Oh, sorry, Pierce is up front as they play a 5-forward set, or a 4-forward set here on the power play. Gal over to Pitt. He hits his connection with Young, but that's ends up on Pitt's stick anyway. He'll chip it in from the red line into the far corner. Clayton's first on it. He's able to pound it off the boards and out. Gal, play it off to Pitt. He'll circle around through the neutral zone into 81's territory. His pass is deflected. Kelly races down, gets it to Fuller. Fuller across the Pitt. Pitt settles it down, gets it to Pierce. Pierce over on the right side, down to Fuller. Fuller looks in front. That doesn't connect as that pass was deflected. Pierce. One-time shot by Pitt. Scores! Power play strikes again for the Elmville Harvesters. Pierce cross ice. Pitt one times at home. And we got a 3-2 hockey game. Earlier in that shift, Kelly able to get to a puck, poke it down, keep control. Ends up on Pierce's stick. He goes rink wide where Pitt hammers it home. And the Harvesters are back within 1. Minto back on it in Harvesters territory. Their forecheck has been tenacious today. Branson in behind his own net will pick it off the glass out to center ice. King brings it in over the 81's line in behind the net. Minto will gather it, poke it out where Derek Robertson gets it. He'll fire it into the 81 zone. King on it. Tries to find it. Branson tries to hold the line and does. But 81's able to keep it and dump it back into Harvester's zone. Oh, and that's shot. Oh, and it gets through the legs of Gal, but it comes out the other side. Another shot. He's able to cover up the rebound before 81's can get another shot at it. Shot went through his legs, must have hit his pad on the way through. Sneaks out the other side as the 81's had a real good chance to go back up 2 real quick. Sweeney, Pierce, Palamaki now on. Murphy and Robertson on the point. Face off 1. Shot blocked in front of the net. It's in the slot. Pierce will pick it up. He'll rim it around to the blue line, but not out. Sweeney picks off Clayton. Can't get by him. So the 81s will recover in their own zone. Again, Sweeney picks off the pass. He'll chip it in, and Pierce will go after it. He takes his man hard into the boards. Comes out Robertson. He'll shoot it in wide. Deflect off the back of the net. Willis will pick it up. And Sweeney able to turn the puck over. A real good shift here for Sweeney. He swings it in front of the net. Nobody home. Murphy there. His shot is blocked. Clayton in his own zone. Get across to Willis. Willis, rink wide. That'll go the length of the ice and will be icing. Sweeney and Pierce did a good job on that shift. Lots of forecheck pressure. Hackett now back on with Pope and Cochran. Jared Robertson, Riley Pitt. On the back end here, 7-10, 3-2. 81's lead. Face off over to the sideboard. 81's pick it up, and they'll bring it out and chip it down into Harvester's territory. Pitt on it. Oh, that's given away. Hurley, shot. Stopped by Gow, and he holds on. Gow holds on. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. Looks like coincidental penalties there for the roughings after the whistle. 6:53 here left in the second period. Minto leads 3-2. Face off one. Torrey. Shot right on. Gow able to smother up that puck. Hold on. Herford won that face off cleanly. Wins it again. Owen Torrey here on the sidewall. Young pins him up against the board. Yardy picks it out of the pile. Gets it across the other side where Kelly will pick it up. Herford on him. Over to Robertson. Can't get through as Herford picks off that pass. Willis. Alexander goes rink wide. That's deflected in. No icing. Derek Robertson picked it up. Swing it around this side. From the point shot. Pad. Saved to the corner. Pitt picks it up on the wall. He'll get it into the middle. Kelly will pick up that errant pass across the blue line. He's hit hard by Willis up against the boards at the hash marks. And the 81s are able to pick it up. Stay onside as Pitt turns it over at the blue line. Across this side, Willis. Franson's able to pick it up. Kelly across the blue line. Looks in front. Oh, and just misses Young coming down as a late man. Pitt shoots from the point. That's deflected wide. Nickel picks it up at the blue line, or the red line. Minto recover in their zone, bring it up over and chip it in on Gow, who will cover up for a faceoff. 5:28 remains here in the second period. Harvesters down 3-2. Owen King on to take the faceoff here against Warren. It's poked out to the point. That shot. Oh, Nickel right on. Oh. Nickel was out front. Puck was sitting there. Couldn't find the handle. Shot out by the Harvester, so the puck or the faceoff will come back in the Harvester's territory here. Here's Palamaki and Sweeney up front now for the Harvesters. Face off into the center. Hit. Sends it to the other side. Alexander. That shot is blocked. 2-on-1 the other way. Palamaki. Oh, it hops over his stick at the red line. Nickel on the back check. Picks that puck up. Get it to Clayton. He'll go rink wide. Swinging it around. Up. Oh, deflection at the side there. Nickel tries to knock that out of midair. Gao able to find it. Jump on it. Face-off comes here to the near boards. Minto controls it in the corner. Hurley falls. Murphy. Minto up to the point. That slides under 23 stick and it'll go out to the center ice. Oh, Sweeney almost picks that one off again. Minto in their own zone. Hackett pokes it into the Minto zone where they will bring it over the red line. Hurley into Harvester's territory. Murphy's able to pick it up. He'll reverse it to Pitt. Pitt along the boards. That'll get out. But Minto will take it offside at the Harvester's blue line. 4:01 left. Face off back just outside of Minto's zone on the offside. Shots are even, 22 apiece here. 4 minutes left in the second period. Minto's done a real good job in the circle, winning the majority of the faceoffs. And they'll have it. Butchered on the ice. Haven't seen much of him today as that's deflected up high off the glass into Harvester's territory. That shot deflected in front. Hackett will get it in behind his net. He'll come, chip it out, and down the ice. No icing as Pope in on the forecheck. Franson on far side, the right side. He'll chip it down low. Willis picks it up. He'll put it back, but Franson holds the line again. Almville. Franson holds the line once more. He'll get it on net. A weak backhand is covered up by Reinhardt. 3:05 left here in the second period. Minto still nursing a 1-goal lead. Minto controls off the faceoff once again. They'll go along the boards. Pitt this time able to keep it in. Gets it in the middle, but Minto is able to chip it out. Robertson on the left side here. Fuller unable to. Puck bounces around a little bit. In the end, Warren's able to bring it into Harvesters. He sends it out in front, and that's deflected. Warren in, hard check on Kelly on the back check. That's turned over at the blue line. Young able to keep it in, and he'll rim it in behind the net. Isaac picks it up in the corner. He turns it over. Send out in front. Minto's able to recover that. Warren brings the puck over the Harvester zone. Jeremy Roberts here going to go off for a slash. So the 81s will get the chance to go back to the power play. Scored a power play goal earlier in the game, made it 2-1. 2:03 left to go here in the second period. Sweeney on to take the face off for the Harvesters. Minto controls. They go rink wide over here to Willis. He shoots. It goes wide. Alexander on the far side. Alexander in the middle. Up through. He fakes the shot. It's shot deflected just wide. Willis here at the point. He'll fire it wide to the other side. Margot picks it up on the hash marks. Alexander down to Willis. Willis sends it across. Hurley's pass to Margot doesn't connect and it'll go out to center ice. Alexander inside his own zone. Palamaki will change. Minto up over the blue line, chips it in. Gal, stop that and cover it up. .113 left in the penalty, 1:16 left in the period. Jeremy Robertson off for slashing. Hepfer on to take the face off for the Harvesters. Again, controlled by Minto. Warren back on the ice, down to Butchert. Butchert, his pass misses and it'll go out to center ice where Warren will cover. Nickel, cross to Herford. Herford into the corner. He's ridden into the boards. And Pierce will be able to have his shot deflected out to center and send the 81s back. 45 seconds remain in the period. 40 seconds in the power play. Herford leaves it for Butchert. Back to Willis. Back to Butchert. Tries to go cross ice. That deflects off Kipfer. And Pope races down. Oh, and it's stolen. Stolen by Pierce. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle there. I didn't hear the original whistle. Maybe it was offside. Looks like Willis went into the box there. Hackett's going in there as well. Slash. And an unsportsmanlike coincidentals. 22 seconds remain on the power play. 25.5 left in the period. Hackett for unsportsmanlike. Kelly and Fuller. Kelly wins the faceoff. It hits a stanchion, comes back. Early almost gives it away, but able to get it out. And on the attack come the 81s. Dropped off for Butchert. He'll rim it around to the other side. Hurley will pick it up and come to this side. That is picked off center ice by Butchert. He'll get it to Margot. Over to 23. Shot stopped by Gal with just 0.1 of a second remaining. Pitt tried to send Kelly on a breakaway. It was gloved down by Butchert at center ice, and he was able to get her in. That'll end the period as they let the clock run out. A goal apiece in the second leaves us with a 3-2 Minto lead heading into the third period, where the Harvesters will have to come back like they did against the Georgian Bay team in the first round if they're going to even this series. Shots in the second, 11 apiece. So for a two-period total, Minto has 25 and Elmville 23. In the second period, Minto scored at 10:24. McIsaac on a pass from Herford and Ted Nickel gave the Minto 81s a 3-1 lead, but Riley Pitt on the power play at 9:03 pulled the Harvesters back within one. Pass from Ryan Young. I said Pierce at the time, but it was Ryan Young and Jacob Kelly who was credited with the assist on that goal. 3-2 Minto lead as we enter the third period. Harvesters looking to even the series at one apiece. Minto riding a 13-game win streak right now. Haven't lost in a very long time. Looking to go up 2-0 in this series. Young, Fuller, and Kelly to start the period for the Harvesters. And it'll be jumped down into Minto zone. Puck in the quarter. Butchered. Shot from the wide angle there by Kelly. That's turned aside by Reinhardt. He gets it again, and it's deflected this time. Tipped on the wall. Pitt able to poke it back in deep. It'll be wristed out to center ice. Murphy will glove it down. Kelly will get it in. And Minto will take over. Nickel, backhand chips it down. Murphy will have to go back into his own zone, pick it up. Both teams make changes. Murphy up over the red line. He'll chip it in. Palamaki on the forecheck. Backhand pass. Pierce. McIsaac and Pierce. Pierce is going to get himself an interference penalty probably. Oh, it looked like a penalty there. I thought they were calling it. No penalty on the play. And Warren will pick it up in behind his own net. Margot. Rink wide to 23. That misses. Pitt. It's Sweeney. Sweeney will bring it back into his own zone. Turn away from a check. He'll chip it out. Alexander will recover there just outside the blue line. Fire it in. Goes all the way around and out to center ice. Herford. Pick it up in his own zone. Over to McIsaac. McIsaac back to Herford. Across the blue line over to 18. 18 shot. That's deflected by Jared Robertson. And Kepfer will pick it up and he'll meander his way through the neutral zone. Tries to connect with Pope. That misses. And it's back out. 18. Sidesteps King. King grab it. He'll go rink wide to Pitt. Pitt through the neutral zone. Gets to the red line. He'll dump it in. Reinhardt out. He'll throw it up along the glass. It'll get over to the side to Herford. That'll be dumped in by the 81s. Gal will pick it up and a whistle as he covers the puck inside the net. 17:39 left to go here in the third period. Elmville looking for some life, looking for some chances as they try to even the series. Harvester's able to control it off of that face-off. Rimmed around. Kelly has to poke it out. They'll dump it back into the zone. Jared Robertson slides it across to Franson. Franson up to the middle. Nope, and a defenseman fell there. Willis. Shot by Fuller is turned aside by Reinhardt. 81's back out. Nickel across the blue line. He misses Verbeek with the pass. Fuller's able to meander his way out to center ice, but the Minto 81s take over. Nickel being hounded by Fuller. Fuller steals it, tries to get it out in front. He's knocked down. Reinhardt able to cover the rebound. Fuller turns the puck over. Couldn't get the shot away afterwards. Face off controlled by 81s. They'll ice it. And a tight race there. Icing is called. Face off back in Minto zone. Hackett. Face off won by Minto. Alexander pick it up in behind the net, and he'll swing it back to McIsaac. McIsaac over to Margot. Margot back to McIsaac. Up to Hurley, who will bring it in over the Harvesters line and get her deep into the corner. He'll spin away from the check shot. Stopped by Gal. Hurley with a quick spin in behind the net, chips it out for a quick shot on Gal, but Gal able to stop it, cover up. Pierce, Palamaki, Sweeney up front. Derek Robertson, Jeremy Robertson on the point. Face off won by Minto once again. Shot from the point by McIsaac is turned aside by Gal. Chipped out. Alexander is able to take over. He has his stick knocked out of his hand by Alexander. Alexander's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. And the Harvesters power play will get another chance here. 16-11 left to go here in the third period. Already got 1 goal this game. He had 2 in the last one, the power play. Young and Warren on to take this face-off. Comes back to Pitt. Pitt sneaks it into the middle to Warren. Warren's able to ice it down. It gets around. Gow and Fuller will pick it up in his own zone. Kelly to Young. Young's taken off the puck by Verbeek, and Clayton will ice the puck down. Pitt will pick it up in his own zone. Get to the line. He'll chip it in. Fuller on it. Clayton controls it. He'll chip it over to Margot, who has time, and will send it the length of the ice again. And the power play will have to go back to their own zone and bring it out once again. Kelly up to Fuller. Fuller mishandles the puck. Back out at center ice. Kelly on it. Pounded by Margot. Margot and Kelly in behind the net. Eventually Kelly will get it and rim it back to Pitt. Will come to the far side. Out of the reach of Pierce. And Nickel grab it and send her back. 45 seconds left in the power play. Pitt being hounded in his own zone. A good forecheck by the Minto 81s on this power play, or this Harvesters power play. Harvesters haven't been able to get it into the zone and get possession, set anything up. They'll control in their own zone again. Hipfer sidestep the first check. Gets it to center. He chips it in. McIsaac picks it up. Into the middle. Shot stopped or blocked. Reinhardt backhands it into the corner. Sweeney on it. Chips it into the middle. Minto able to recover and dump it back down. Just 10 seconds left in the power play. Not much going for the Harvesters on that power play. Minto did a real good job on the PK. It's dumped in right on Reinhardt, who will glove it, hold on for a face-off. $14-10 left to go here in the third period. Harvesters looking for some life. Face-off one back right to Reinhardt, who will cover. Hold on for another face-off. We'll do it all again to the right of Reinhardt. Warren wins it again, kicks it back in behind his own net. They'll get it to the line and eventually out. Hackett. Grab it in the neutral zone. That pass will bounce over Cochran's stick, and the 81s will recover in their own zone. Back out, 2-on-2. Franson and Pitt. Warren, 18. Turned over at the blue line. Up to Cochran. That's knocked off his stick. Clayton will pick it back up. Warren across the blue line where Pitt and him come together. Whistle goes. No call yet. No signals anyway. Looks like Pitt's going to be the only one. He'll get a 2-minute roughing penalty. So the 81s will go to the power play. 13:32 left to go here in the third period. An opportunity to add an insurance goal here. Hurley in to take the face off for Minto. Kelly for the Harvesters. Ends up on the wall where Franson battles. Comes back out to Butchert. Butchert fires it. That gets through. 23 stop on the doorstep. Gow makes the original save. The puck bounces out in front. He's able to find the rebound, cover it up for a face-off. This time Pierce is taking the face-off. One back into the corner. Shot off to the other side. Fuller is able to shoot it down the length of the ice. Butchert picks it up in behind his own net. Backhand pass over to this side. It hops over Willis. He'll have to stop, grab it, gets to the red line, and he'll rim it in. It'll get to Pierce, who will just send it back down. Willis this time, picking it up in behind his own net. He'll bring it up over the red line into Harvester's territory where he's stopped. Then he'll chip it down low. Herford. Fargo up to Butchert. Butchert across to Willis. Willis shoots. That's up and over the net, and it'll rim around all the way down to the 81 zone. Reinhardt sends the lead pass up to the far blue line to Willis. Willis got it. He shoots it again up high and all the way back down to his own end. Reinhardt contending with a forechecking Cochran. Ends up on Derek Robertson's stick, and he'll fire it down to Cochran, who gives it to King, who tries to get around. Oh, into the goaltender. King goes into Reinhardt high. Looked like King's going to the box there. Possibly goaltender interference. Yep, that's the call. So now, with 29 seconds remaining in the first penalty to Pitt, King gets a second penalty, and so the Minto 81s will have a 5-on-3. This is one of those moments in a hockey game going to decide it, potentially decide it here either way. Harvesters need to come up with a big kill here. 29 seconds, 5-on-3. Minto, opportunity to put it out of reach. Sweeney, Pierce, Franson on for the Harvesters. Important face-off is won and rimmed around. They'll get to the blue line and out. The 81s will bring it back quickly. Margot. Back to Alexander at the point. Herford. Misses Alexander with that, but it gets it back. Alexander, slap shot. That stopped by Gal. In front of the net, deflected to the corner. Pierce trying to race over there to get it. Picked up by Minto. 5-on-4, 122 left to go on the Kings penalty. Alexander's shot is blocked by Pitt. Came off the penalty bench. That shot stopped in front of the net. There's a lot of battling going on. Hurley taken down. Elmville's able to send her back the length of the ice. Just 1 minute remaining on the power play. 11 minutes left to go here in the third period. Palamaki on the back check, pounding his check. Sent in behind the net. Up in the air, and then it ends up on Palamaki's stick. Backhands it to the line, but not out. Franson able to pick it up. He gets it over here to Pope. Falls off his stick, but he's still able to recover it in. Shot to the net. Palamaki was there, but Reinhardt able to steer it to the side. Pitt grabs it in the neutral zone. Brings it back to his own zone. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty. Pope chops it into the Minto zone. Reinhardt sets it up behind the net. Just 5 seconds left to go in the power play. That shot the length of the ice for icing. 2 seconds left to go as Hurley slides into the net beside Gow. Faceoff will come all the way back down into 81's territory. So a good job by the Harvesters to kill off that 5-on-3 and subsequent penalty. 2 seconds left to go. King will be back on the ice. And the Harvesters will have 10 minutes to find a way to break through the wall that is Reinhardt today. Face-off, one cleanly back to Pitt. His shot, pad save, chipped out. Kelly will pick it up in the neutral zone, back into his own zone, being stalked by Nickel. He'll get around the first check and the second, up over the red line. He'll rim it in. To the other side, Fuller's able to pick it up, tries to get it down to Young. Fuller sends it out in the middle. Pitt's able to pick it up at the blue line. Whoop. Tries to chip it back to Kelly, but that misses out to center ice where Jeremy Robertson will get it, pick it up and rim it back down. Pitt in on the forecheck. Young in to help him. Yardy along the boards. Clayton will be able to get in, shoot it over to Verbeek, get to the red line, and he'll dump it in. Yardy into the corner. Still with it. Out to Willis at the point. Back to Clayton. Clayton's shot. That's gloved down by Gow, and he'll hold on with exactly 9 minutes left to go here in the third period. Minto still holding a 3-2 lead. Herford on to take the face-off against Hackett. Harvesters are able to push it out to neutral zone, but Minto will recover and backhand it back into Harvesters territory. Garrett Robertson on his check. Back down. Out in front. McIsaac able to keep it in. He'll fire it at the net. That's deflected and he'll get to Hackett. On a one-man rush, he turns it over at the blue line and it's back. That's dumped down into the Minto zone. Reinhardt will cover the puck against the net. Hold on for the face-off. 8:25 remains. Sweeney on to take the face off. He wins it back to Franson. Franson's shot. It's blocked. Can't get anything through. Chipped at the side. Pierce is able to keep it in. Willis in behind the net. Pope picks it up in front of the net. Nobody was there. Verbeek coming in hard on Sweeney. Warren picks it up in the corner. Sweeney grabs it, gives it back to Warren, picks it up off him again. In behind the net. Oh, he gives it away to Warren. Warren shook. That's stopped by Gow. Pad saved by Gow. Willis gloves it down. Palamaki pick it up at center ice, get it up in over the line. Shot in on Reinhardt. He gloves that one. Again, holds on for another faceoff. Time keeps ticking away for the Harvesters. As the 81s are doing a good job keeping the middle of the ice clean. Not letting the Harvesters get any of those good chances in the slot. Pitt at his own blue line. He rims it to Young. Young chops it in. McIsaac. He'll come back. Picked up by Fuller in front of the net. That's a deflected shot. Oh, deflected in front. And it looks like Jacob Kelly's going to go to the box. He ran into Reinhardt. Jacob Kelly to the box. Crowd doesn't like that call. Had a good chance. Minto got a stick on it. Puck popped up, ran into the goaltender. So now, with 7:14 left to go, they're going to go to the penalty kill once again. Goes without saying that this is a big kill for the Harvesters here. Face-off won by Minto right through their two defensemen back to Reinhardt, who will send it back to the Harvesters zone. Harvesters will grab it. Pitt wrists it down. Hurley will pick it up in his own zone. He'll go over to Margot. Margot tips it in. Fuller back to recover. He'll slap it along the boards, but Margot's able to knock it down and keep it in. Willis shoots. Stopped by Gow, and he holds on for the faceoff. .124 left to go here in this power play. Hepfer back on for the Harvesters. Minto controls off the faceoff. Alexander will send it down. Comes across. Nickel. Backdoor for Butchert. That misses. Sent in behind the net. Herford. Herford up to Nickel. Nickel walking the line. His pass is picked off. Pierce will grab it. He'll send it through the rafters all the way down. Looks like it hit the rafters, so faceoff will go back down into the Harvester zone. 58 seconds left in the power play. 6:12 in the period. Scrambled, but Minto recovers. Cross to Alexander. Alexander at the point. Into Nickel. Nickel fired. That goes wide. Comes off the stanchions, and it's backhanded out to center by Hackett. Warren in over the blue line. At the half wall. He'll give it. Back to Nickel. Herford. Oh! Butcher missed the pass through the middle there. Looked like he had a chance to score back door, but Looks like the Harvesters are going to get another penalty. This is not going to. Harvesters, bad time to run into some penalty trouble. 2 minutes for high sticking for Pierce. So the 81s will have 20 seconds of 5-on-3 action, followed by another minute 40 of 5-on-4. Face-off won by the Harvesters, and they'll dump it down right on Reinhardt. 10 seconds left to go in the first penalty. It's in. Offside brought in with 8 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. 5:22 left to go in this game. Minto on the power play here. Shots here in the third period. Minto 10, Elmville 9. 35-32 for the game. Fuller deflects that pass, and that'll end the 5-on-3. We are now 5-on-4 as Franson dumps it in to the Minto zone. 1:30 left to go in the power play. As Minto brings it up, Willis will dump it in over to the corner where Franson and 23 battle forward in the corner. Quickly, wrist shot by Willis. Shot right on, deflected out of play by Gow. Warren, Herford, Butchert on up front for Minto. Owen King wins the faceoff right through the legs of Warren and all the way down to Minto's zone. 1 minute left to go in the power play as Nickel brings it up over center ice and into the Harvester zone. Warren will drop it. That's picked off by King. Palamaki trying to make this a 2-on-1. King shoots. Shoulder saved by Nickel. Alexander will pick it up in the neutral zone. He'll bring it up over the line, dump it in behind the net. King along the boards. Alexander will chip it back in. Herford picks it in behind the blue line. Pitt knocks his man down, and the puck is out to center ice. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Margot over the line. That gets out. Warren chips it back into the Harvester zone. Franson picks it up. He fans on the shot, but it gets to Pope. Sidesteps Warren and is out to center ice. That'll do it for the power play. Willis will. Looks like a slashing call coming against Minto. 3:34 left to go here. So we got Margot on the slash on Pope. So with 3:34, the Harvesters back to the power play. Elmville will call their 30-second timeout here. So Margot for slashing at 3:34 here of the third period. Harvesters head to the power play, looking to tie this game, send it to overtime. Faceoffs critical at this point of the game. Minto's been doing a real good job winning the majority of the faceoffs. Last power play, Elmville got no shots. They'll look to be able to get it into the zone and set up the power play. Usually runs through Kelly. Young, Kelly, Pierce, Fuller, Pitt on for the Harvesters here. Minto's goalie, Reinhardt, doing a little bit of a equipment adjustment. Big point in this game here. Face-off, critical. Face-off, scrambled. Recovered by the Harvesters, but the pass is picked off by Verbeek, who drops it. He shoots. Scores! Verbeek chipped the pass back to the point. Was able to get in on Gal, went to the backhand, slid it in. So a shorthanded goal for the Minto 81s, give them a 2-goal lead here with just 3:23 to go here in the third period. A pivotal moment there in the game. Verbeek deflects the pass and is able to get into the Harvester zone on a semi-break. Clayton takes his man hard into the boards. And the Minto 81s will dump it down into Harvester's territory. Branson will pick it up, bring it up over the red line and across the blue line. Cross ice, King's shot deflected, wide shoots. Oh, and a big save by Reinhardt. A good chance at the side of the net. Looks like Clayton's going to go to the box for maybe cross check. So the Harvesters here will go to a 5-on-3 power play. High stick is the call, not cross check. 2:49 left to go here. Harvesters on the power play, a 5-on-3 now. They're going to need 2 goals here in the last 2 minutes, 49 seconds. Not entirely sure what this discussion is about. Faceoff's going to come outside the zone. Defense in on that scrum, so the faceoff will come outside. Faceoff, back to Pitt. We'll get it over to Kelly. Pitt will bring it up over the red line into Minto zone. He'll rim it around to this side. Pierce to pick it up, give it back to Kelly. Kelly to Young, misses him. Pierce picks it up across the top of the circle. His shot deflected wide. Young picks it up, gets it to Fuller, up to Kelly. Kelly walking the line, exchanges with Pitt. Pitt shot stopped right. Reinhardt square to that one. Young right on the doorstep. He holds on, no rebound. 39 seconds left on the first penalty, 1:24 on the second. 2:13 left in the game. Face-off won cleanly, but deflects out into the Minto bench, so the face-off will stay inside. Face-off won again by Young to Pitt. Pitt will get it to Kelly. Kelly up to the blue line. Exchanges with Pitt over to Fuller. Fuller back to Kelly. Kelly over to Pitt. That's on his backhand. Can't handle it. He's being hounded here. He's able to keep it in. Over to the other side to Kelly. Kelly. The goaltender is now gone for a 6-on-3 6-on-3 right now. In front, Kempfer. Nice stop by. Oh, and there's another penalty coming. Shot out to the blue line. That is shot wide. Pierce shoots. That's deflected wide. Kelly, one penalty done. Margot picks it up. And Willis is now going to the box. 1:29 left to go. Will remain 6-on-3 here as the Harvesters goalie has been pulled. .129 remains in the game. Face off. One again. Glove down by Pitt at the blue line. Fuller can't handle that pass. Up to Pitt. Pitt to Kelly. Kelly looking. Trying to find a way. Over into the middle of the ice. Shot. Stopped by Reinhardt, and he swallows up the rebound before Young can grab the rebound and sneak it in. 1:08 left. 19 to go in the first penalty. Reinhardt doing a real good job not letting those rebounds go. Young was on the doorstep there. Pierce on to take this face off. He wins it as well. Young recovers into the middle of the ice. Over to Fuller. Fuller mishandles it. Out to Kelly. Oh, and he shoots it high and wide. And it goes out of play. Got through the crease over to Kelly. His shot goes up and over the net. And out of play. 59 seconds left to go here in the game. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Harvesters have won like the last four faceoffs here. Young gonna need to do it again. Face off, this time won by Warren into the corner. Oh, it's deflected. Shot out by Minto into their own bench. 3 seconds left in the first penalty. Young wins that faceoff back to Pitt. Pitt to the top of the circle. The one penalty's gone. His shot is deflected up and out of play by Warren. 46 seconds left to go. Harvester's net still empty. Alexander on to take the face-off. Won by Young again. He shoots it rink wide. Pitt does. Picked up by Minto. Dumped down. 30 seconds remain. Rimmed around. Warren will pick it up in the neutral zone. Pierce will grab it up. Not much time here. Kepfer down to Pierce. Back to Kipfer. That hits his skate. It looks like a bounce into the empty net, and that will do it. Margot ices it down off the boards, right into the empty net. And with the 3-goal lead, the Minto 81s are going to take a 2-0 series lead here with their 14th win in a row. Face off back into Harvester's zone. Everybody content to just let the time run out. And with that, the game is over. A shorthanded goal late by Verbeek on a breakaway put the Harvesters in a tough position. And then another shorthanded goal there into the empty net ends this game. 5-2 final. favor of the Minto 81s. They'll take a 2-0 lead into next weekend. Next game of this series is in Minto next Saturday night, game 3. And then same time next Sunday here in Elmville, game 4. As the Harvesters will have to battle back from a 2-0 deficit. Scoring in the third period for Beak unassisted. Eric Margot from Caleb Warren at 13 seconds ended the scoring. Shots in the third. Harvesters 16, Minto 12. 3-period totals 39 for the Harvesters, 37 for Minto. Great game for Reinhardt, who stops 37 of 39 shots. Gal played very well, taking the loss as well.